going to do tonight is I put together a kind of a PowerPoint presentation, and a few weeks ago you probably heard a liberal blogger say the Constitution is extremely difficult to understand because it was written a long time ago. Now, I disagree with his second statement, but I totally agree with his first statement. And the reason I say that is because you cannot really understand the Constitution by strictly reading it in its text. You have to go outside the text and find out things that transpired right from the Declaration of Independence, right up through the Constitutional Convention, into the Federalist Papers, into the debates in the state ratifying conventions. Then you get a better grasp of what took place. So this little PowerPoint presentation is a mirror image of what you have in front of you. And it's my opinion that it's best to see it, to hear it, and then to read it, so that you can see what's going on. And this is a flow chart. I'm going to take you right from the King of England, right on through right through the Bill of Rights, in 8 pages of paper. Everything important that happened. Okay, let's start. Okay. The English monarchy is the supreme ruler over the English people. This is how we start off. The English people are subjects of the crown. Now we make the transition into independent colonies. England establishes 13 colonies in North America. In February of 1775, in an address to the King of England, both houses of Parliament declared the American colonies to be in a state of actual rebellion. On July 5th, 1775, representatives of the United Colonies of North America in Congress assembled adopt the Declaration of the Causes and Necessity of taking up arms against the state of Great Britain. If you've never read that document, I suggest you do. You'll see it's the precursor for the Declaration of Independence. In fact, there's parts of that written by Jefferson that I can't even read to keep my eyes dry. It is that emotional. It is that great of a document. Okay? On June 7th, 1776, Richard Henry Lee of Virginia introduces a resolution in the Continental Congress, resolved that these united colonies are, and of right, ought to be free and independent states, that they are absolved of all allegiance to the British Crown, and that all political connection between them and the state of Great Britain is and ought to be totally dissolved. Lee's resolution also states that a plan of confederation be prepared and transmitted to the respective colonies for their consideration and appropriation. On June 11, 1776, a committee is appointed to the Continental Congress consisting of 1 delegate from each colony to prepare Articles of Confederation or Union between the 13 United States of America. On July 2nd, 1776, Lee's resolution for independence is adopted by 12 of the 13 colonies. New York does not vote on the proposal. On July 2nd and 3rd, and on the morning of the 4th, Congress makes some alterations and deletions to the Declaration. Late in the afternoon on July 4th, the document known as the Declaration of Independence is officially adopted. On July 9th, 1776, New York officially approves the Resolution of Independence. 10 days later, Congress orders the Declaration to be fairly engrossed on parchment with the title and style of the Unanimous Declaration of the 13 United States of America. And I won't read the rest, but I want to stop for a second. Here you see this term coming in. Not 1 United States, 13 United States. This is extremely important for you to understand this. Part of this presentation is to show you that the people and the states have never, ever been consolidated into one nation. This has been the big lie forever. It never happened, and you're going to see as you go through here, it's important to keep that in mind. Okay, the rest of that just tells you the other guys who signed. On March 1st, 1781, the 13 United States of America agreed to a limited union commonly known as the Articles of Confederation. Article 1 of the Confederation states, "The style of this confederacy shall be the United States of America." Again, keep that term in mind. Confederacy, union, states collectively. Okay? Article 2 of the Confederation states, each state, here you see your states' rights, you're going to see it start to happen right now in the Articles of Confederation. Article 2 of the Confederation states, each state retains its sovereignty, freedom, and independence in every power, jurisdiction, and right which is not by this Confederation expressly delegated to the United States in Congress assembled. Article 3 of the Confederation states, the said states hereby severally enter into a firm league of friendship with each other for their mutual defense, the security of their liberties, their mutual and general welfare, binding themselves to assist each other against all force offered to or attacks made upon them or any of them on account of religion, sovereignty, trade, or any other pretense whatever. Now you notice, again, there. They're talking about the states. There. Okay? On September 11th, 1786, the states of New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, and Virginia meet at Annapolis, Maryland to discuss defects in the federal system of government created by the Articles of Confederation relative to trade and commerce. On February 21st, 1787, members of the Annapolis meeting in their report to Congress recommend that the states meet at Philadelphia the following May for the sole and express purpose of revising the Articles of Confederation and reporting to Congress and the several legislatures such alterations and provisions therein as shall, when agreed to in Congress and confirmed by the states, render the federal Constitution adequate to the exigencies of the government and the preservation of the Union. Okay? In response, all of the states, except for Rhode Island, prepare credentials and appoint delegates to attend a federal convention in May of 1787. Now, listen or read this carefully, what they say here. The credentials, what happened was each state prepared official documents for each of its delegates that's going to appear at the Constitutional Convention. And they were very elaborate. And it had all their seals and everything else with it. So listen to what New Hampshire said. Whereas in the formation of the Federal Compact, which frames the bond of union of the American states, it was not possible in the infant state of our republic to devise a system which in the course of time and experience would manifest imperfections that it would be necessary to reform. Now stop for a second. The word compact simply means contract. If you and Dwight and I enter into an agreement, it's a contract. If two states, whether they be New York, whoever, enter into a contract, it's commonly referred to as a compact. So what they're telling you there was the Articles of Confederation were a compact or contract.